So this is the difference between a YouTube demo and a system you can confidently present to enterprise client or legal team, or you can even use, and we can build something like this for your business. Industry benchmark shows that hiring a single person takes about 44 days and it costs over $4,000. And when a recruiter finally opens your resume, study also shows that they spend about 6 to 8 seconds looking at it before they even decide who to interview. And it's actually one of the major reasons why the decisions are not very accurate, because 8 seconds is not enough to determine who is the best, actually. Even though, yeah, it works sometimes, but it's just what it is. So naturally, everyone is trying to build AI resume screeners, and yeah, it's a very great idea. But until you look at how people are actually building their tools, I've watched a lot of videos on this subject matter, and I've seen that almost everyone is making this mistake. Imagine taking candidate's CV full of all the informations, the name, email, address, government IDs, all of that, and then put all the raw PDF and then dump it into Claude AI model. That isn't just a bad practice, it is a legal disaster. In Europe, that's a direct GDPR-Act 32 violation. In cybersecurity, AOWSP labels it as a sensitive information disclosure, which is LLMO 02. And in business, your enterprise client will simply call it the reason you failed your SOC2 audit. Right, so today we are going to build this the right way. We're going to be building a privacy boundary inside n8n, which means candidates' resumes are completely stripped of personal details before any cloud AI ever sees them, which means the AI is just going to be evaluating purely on skills and job description, because don't even need the personal details to screen the CV. So contact details are going to be reattached on our own local server after the score comes back, and only when a human manager actually needs them. And again, the hiring manager can approve or reject candidate with just a single tap inside Telegram. And at the end of the video, I'm going to open the live execution logs to prove that no candidate name ever touched the cloud. You will see it by yourself. So before we go into the full step-by-step view, let me just walk you through the architecture. So let me just quickly show you the architecture, which is how the data actually move through our pipelines. Now, the first is application arrives, and when application comes in, it's going to carry two things, which is the candidate resume PDF or the link, and it's also going to carry the job code or the job type. And after that, we're going to see this job registry, so which is what have the job requirement, and that's what we're going to screen the job coming in against. Now, the extract CV text. So what's going to happen is whenever the application comes in, n8n is going to extract the plain text from this. It's going to extract that, and then so after extracting it, what is happening is that we are holding every information about the candidate, including the name, the phone number, the address, the government ID, and all of that. So that's after extracting the CV, that's all we have. So now, because we don't want the sensitive informations inside the public AI model, because it is the AI model that's going to actually screen the CV against the job description. So if we just put it like this into the model, it's going to have all of those sensitive informations. So because we don't have that, that's why we have this PII anonymizer. And what's going to happen is that it's actually going to tokenize it, it's going to mask it, and then it's going to, so we are actually using regular expression here. So it's going to mask it, and then instead of having this, the name, the contact, so it's going to actually change it to just candidate name, candidate phone. If there's email, there's going to be candidate email, candidate ID, whatever it is. So that is what it's going to do. And so that means we've already sanitized the text before taking it into the model that is going to screen and score the CV. So as it's moving from here to this phase, this box is not going to see the entire CV. It's just going to see all the information. So so this box is not going to see all those sensitive informations. Don't worry, when we get to the build, you're going to see everything live. So it's just going to have all the other information that you actually need to score and screen the data. All right, so after scoring it, it's just going to take it back to our local, so where we are going to now bring back the complete information. So we're going to have that, and so after we already have this, so we're just going to merge the text back to it, and then we're going to send the scorecard to Telegram so that the HR manager is going to either approve or reject. So it is from here that we have all the sensitive informations back, and then if either approve or decline, it's just going to send the email to the candidate, either approved or declined. So that's actually it. So now we can now move to the step-by-step build itself. All right, so this is our workflow, and then we start with an inbound webhook node set. So it is an inbound webhook, and then we set the node to post. Then this is the part we change it to screen, resume, and authentication is none, and then this is a respond. We set it to respond to webhook node. And yes, you may be asking that, okay, how do resume actually enters this workflow? So what happened is that our system actually handles two distinctive routes, and the route one is we used a tally form. So what happened is candidates are going to apply through the tally form. Let me even show you the tally. So they're going to apply through the tally form, and this is just to simulate the job page anyway. So this is a tally form, the name and all of that. This is a CV, and then this is the role. We just have one role here. So just for the sake of the demo. So what happens is whenever they apply, Tally is going to send a JSON payload with the download link to their file. And yeah, Tally is actually free. It looks professional, so you can make use of it. And the second route is direct file upload. So which means you can, let's say you have a lot of PDF, a lot of CV, that PDF, that text, TXT. So you have them. So what happens is that you can also directly upload that to this, and then it's also going to route that. So in this case now we are using the route one. So because we've applied, already have this. So Tally actually sent, you can see user agent Tally webhook. So Tally sent the payload. Let's go to the second node, extract application data. So this is it. What's just going to happen is just going to extract the application from the form, the first name, location, then the CV URL. We're going to need this to download the CV from the cloud. So this is it. And then, so okay, let me just go out. So now this is the third node, and this is just to load the job requirement, because if you're going to screen a CV, there must be what you're going to screen against. So that's why we have these. It's going to actually, so if you have like 4 different jobs, so you can just put all the jobs here and then the descriptions, everything. So this is why now we have these. Senior backend engineer must have. This is the must have. This is the nice to have, and all of that. This is the minimum year and all of that. So that's why we have these. So it's just going to ensure that both the candidate informations and the job description are on the same table. So let's just see the table here. You will see that we have the name, the email, all of that, the CV URL, the job code. So now this is it. It's going to show, okay, is it has upload? So which means is it from Tally, or is it a PDF or file upload? So if it has upload, it's going to be true, but if there's no upload, it's false. So which means if it's false, that means it's going to make use of link, CV link, to get the CV itself. And then now this is the role title. Then this is the job description from the company itself. Then so all of that. So that's why we have the load job requirement. So now we need to undo it differently, because if it's just normal upload, it's going to be a different route. but if is a link, it's going to route it a different route. So now it's going to check. If it's upload, then it's going to go to this side. But if it's not an upload, if it's link, we're going to be making use of HTTP node to actually download the CV itself. That's why we have this. Now this is the URL itself, and then once after executing, it's going to give us the download itself. So that's why we have this download. Now you can see if you click on download, you're going to download it, and if you click on view, you'll be able to actually view this, and you can see this is the entire CV. Now you can have all of that. So now it has already downloaded it successfully, and then we go to the next node. Again, we're making use of if, and because if the document is PDF, it's going to use a different execution, and if it is text, it's going to use another different execution as well. So that's why this is actually checking if the CV that got downloaded is either PDF or text. So now it's checking actually. So because it is actually text, so it went to this route, extract text, and then so let's just open it. You see that it's going to extract all of the text. Now you can see we already have this. That's why we have this ... So the text has been extracted, and we are now moving to the sensitive aspect, because after extracting the text, just like the architecture that I showed you earlier, this is where we have all the informations about the candidate. So if you just put everything, all this text into the Claude AI model, we are just like the other people, and then we already put in the sensitive information into the AI model, which is very wrong. A lot of people might be doing it. Funnily, I did it in the past, and then because we just need to keep on looking for the best practices. So now from here, we are making use of these PII anonymizer, and this is code node anyway. So we're going to be using regular expressions to actually map all the sensitive informations, information. So now after making use of this regular expression, you can see now the text CV. So you will have access to all of this anyway. So now you can see this is actually looking for the emails. It's going to look if there's email. So it's using regular expression to look for the email. So if email is found, it's going to replace it with candidate email. So you can see our output here that email is what? Candidate email. But initially, let's check the previous node. Initially, what we have is this. You can see the candidate email. This is candidate email, or adebayo.okafor. But because we have already made use of the regular expression to change it if email is found, so that's why we have this candidate email. Now see phone as well, candidate phone. Now if you should go down, you will see where we actually undo the phones. This is where we undo the government ID. This is where we undo the phone found and all of that. So that's why we have all of these information there, because we need to treat it the way it is. It is private, and the candidate actually trusts you enough that you're not going to breach their private information. So that's why they apply. So we also need to actually ensure that we keep to that. Now this is the candidate LinkedIn. You actually change it from the entire URL itself to just candidate LinkedIn and all of that. So that's why we have this here, and this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one, and it can also be used when you are using any AI model, even if not for CV screening. If for any other information, you are not meant to put your private data into AI model. Even your business name should not enter the AI model, because it's going to be used against you later. All right, so that's why we have this, and then it's going to build the evaluation prompt, which the prompt is actually what we use to screen the CV with the job description as well. So we have this. This is a role. This is a role. As you can see, we have this, and then the resume contains token like candidate name, candidate email. So all of that has been factored in to the prompt that we have here, and then so this is the entire prompt itself, and then the prompt will now go into the LLM. So we're making use of Claude actually. So making use of Claude. So we have this, we're making use of Claude, and it has already given us the entire result. So you can see the March score is 92, and then this is the strength. So let's just go out of this. Let's go out of this, and then it's going to pass the evaluation, all the things that they got from here. So we're going to make use of this code node to actually extract them out. Now you can see the role title is this. We have the match score 92. The verdict is the guy is actually advanced. We're looking for 5 years and he has 6 years. And then this is it. This is the key strength 1, key strength 2, key strength 3. And now this is a recommendation, strong hire. And this is this. So after that, you can see that we still have, the data is not back. I mean, the private information is not back there. So now there's a need for us to bring it back. There's a need for us to bring it back. So, and this is the node that is actually doing that. This is the node that is doing the work itself. So this is node that is doing the work. So it's just bringing the name, all the personal informations back. Is bringing it back, and that's why we have this. You can see the message is this. We already brought the name back, the role, and that. So this is, you can see candidate email, candidate name, candidate email. So we already have all that information back. So the only thing is that it did not enter the public AI model. So this is it, and then it's going to send the scorecard to the hiring manager. So this is it. So let's just see how the scorecard look like. All right, so this is a scorecard. This is what the HR manager is going to have. Now you can see privacy compliant CV screener. This is the name, the role, the strong match, the strength. It's going to have all of that, and then this is the email. This is a phone number. And then, so what the HR is going to do is either to approve for interview or to reject. So if approve, it's going to click on this approve, and then the second workflow is going to just take over the work. And this is the second workflow. So let's just check the execution. So this is the execution here. So let's just copy to editor. Now this is it. So after clicking on approve, it's going to extract the code, back data. You don't need it. So it's just to confirm that that is what we are working on. The acknowledge button press. Then it's going to actually check, okay, is it approved? It's going to fetch all of the information to the subject. So now, when the HR click on approve, is approving for interview. So what's going to happen is that after approving for interview, then we're going to send or interview invite to the candidate. So this is actually the one that is going to work on the subject, the body is going to work on that, give us the full body and all of that. I'm going to extract the email as well. So before actually sending the email, what's going to happen is it need to check, is it approved? If the approve is true, then it's going to go to this. But if it is false, that means it is rejection. So it's just going to send a polite rejection email. So after sending the rejection email, it's just going to ensure that the HR also have the Telegram message that yes, I've declined this person. But in this case, it actually approved the candidate. So it's going to send the interview invite, and then that's why after sending the interview invite, then it's going to send to the HR via Telegram or whatever communication channel you're using, maybe Slack or whatever it is. So it's going to do the same thing. So after sending the email invite to the candidate, it's also going to notify the HR manager that yes, interview invite sent to this person. So let's just quickly check the interview invite that was sent as well. All right, so this is the interview invite as well. So it's a nice HTML structure, and then you can see congratulations Adebayo. Following a review of the application, we are delighted to invite you to interview for the senior backend engineer, and then this is this and a lot of that. So this is the link, and then you can book your interview here. So this is actually it. So this is it. And what I would like to do is we can just quickly do a demo now. Let's just use a random CV, and then let's see how it's going to score it, and then just see it raw live. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I would like us to actually test the entire system live with, let's just say, I would have loved us to do like 10 candidate resume instantly now so that you see how it works, but let's just do one now because of the time, and then you will see how it actually works in seconds. It's going to screen in seconds. So this is the CV we're going to be using to actually test the entire workflow itself. The one that I used for the workflow is actually a very strong match, and they actually scored 92 out of 100. And looking at this CV, it's not a very strong match because you can see now the job description says that it needs 5 years of experience. This one has 4 years of experience, and let's just see other things. Let's just see if it's going to be very accurate, and let's see if none of the personal information is going to escape what we have built. So let's just quickly go ahead and see how it works. This is the name, last name. Let's use a valid email actually. Abu Jar, and then let's upload the CV. All right, so put in the CV, and then the role is this. So let's go to our workflow, and then let's check the execution so that we see how everything runs. And then let's also open our Telegram. So this is our Telegram, and then this is our node. This is our n8n. So let's just see how everything runs. Now let's click on, let's just submit, and let's quickly go to, now it's gone. Let's watch this. We're going to see execution now. Now it's running. Imagine in seconds. Now see, just 8 seconds, it's already gone. It's just not, this is showing 9 seconds anyway, and we already received the Telegram card, and you can see this is the new name. This is the name Chairman Wosu. Now you can see it's not a strong match. Now it's even below the bar, 35 over. So what's the problem? Let's check. It says that yes, it has this strength, but this is the gap. Only 4 years of experience, not 5 years. No Python, no Kubernetes, no Go or Rust. So this is a great one because according to our job description, these are the nice, not even nice to have. These are the must have. These are the must have. And this is a recommendation. Do not advance. Candidate fall short on 2 critical must have. So this is it. So before you can even approve or disapprove or reject, actually, you will check the gaps here. If these gaps are what you feel you can still manage, yeah, you can still approve for interview. But if you look at it and say, no, because there's no Django, because there's no fast API, no, I can't go ahead. So you see all of that. So you are not just rejecting, or you are not just approving blindly. And this is actually perfect one. So let's approve, and then let's see what happens. This is approved, and then let's see another execution. And then see, even before we even click on it, it dropped already. So which means that in 60 seconds you can even screen up to 200 candidates. So this is a big deal. And there's something I want us to check. Let's see if the personal information skipped it or it actually masked. Let's check it out. So this is our PII anonymizer. Now you can see this is sanitized CV, email, candidate name, email, candidate phone. So it didn't escape it. And this is perfect. This is perfect. So this is the difference between a YouTube demo and a system you can confidently present to enterprise clients or legal team, or you can even use, and we can build something like this for your business. You can connect it to database that is going to house all the candidates, and then you can even approve them all at once instead of having to approve one after the other. You can screen and then to know all the information about them, and you can decide whatever to do. And this give you the access to now major on the interview instead of you having to spend your time on reading CVs and working with paper or documents. So this is a big deal. So what we did now is that we actually cut the initial resume screening from days to seconds per candidate while maintaining enterprise grade privacy compliance. So now the good news is you don't have to build all of this by yourself from scratch. I've already packaged the complete privacy compliant AI resume screener JSON workflow and the JavaScript PII anonymizer script into a free download. So you can just go to the description below. You're going to see the download link, and you can even check the pinned comment as well. You will see the download information, the link, how to download everything. So you can get all of that there by yourself. And if you need something like this done for your business, you can just reach out to us. The contact detail is also in the description box as well. And if you enjoy this build, you can just hit the subscribe button, and then I'm going to see you in the next video.